Okay, hello, good evening, everyone. Okay, long time no see. Happy Chinese New Year. So welcome back to our February week 1. Okay, so what are we doing today? We are continuing on our chapter 2. Okay, so last 2 weeks, sorry. Okay, before I send you off for your holiday, we have already finished a very big part of our chapter 2, which is our nitrogen cycle. Okay, so we have finished our nitrogen cycle. I would say the most important part of this chapter. All right, so today, it's not gonna be something heavy today. In fact, today's stuff, it's not, it's not gonna come out in exam. Okay, so I'm still gonna talk about this. Okay, because sometimes exam they still do come out, but it's not really important. Okay, so just treat it as you're just coming for a warm up today. Okay, there's really nothing much to say. Okay, so what are we talking today? We are talking about food production technology. Okay, food production technology. Teknologi penghasilan makanan. That means all the food you are eating today, where do they come from? Okay, so if you study history, we started farming. Okay, farming, penternakan, we started farming around the Neolithic era. Okay, so if you still remember when during Paleolithic, which is the oldest era when we live in cave, humans are not very good at producing food. The only way they can do it is by hunting. They go out and hunt. And humans, we are not really very good hunters. Okay, sometimes we need to go hungry. So during the Neolithic era, which is the third era, they think that instead of every day going out and hunt, why do something so stupid? Why not we catch a few organisms, okay, like chicken, wild chicken, and some cows. Why not we catch it back, we breed them, and we can produce food by just breeding them. So there's no need for hunting. Okay, so this thing has been going on for like 50,000 years until today. We have developed so many technologies to, make our food better and more. Okay, so farming today, especially in these 50 years, farming today and farming, decades back, is very, very different. Okay, in fact, this is one of the, if you know what you are doing, you can earn big money from this. Okay, so let's talk about this. What is this? So ways to increase the quality and quantity of national food production. Okay, here's the thing. Food technology, okay, food technology is about improving the quality, okay, make our food better, and of course to increase quantity of the food, to make more food. Okay, so compared to 50 years back, all the food we are eating today, not only they are better, as in they have more vitamin, they have more nutrient, they taste better, okay, basically better quality, and you have more quantity. Okay, so there's no shortage of certain fruits, okay, there's no shortage of certain meat or whatever. Okay, nowadays you can just buy anything you want, there's no season. Okay, take for example, okay, let's look at durian. Okay, let's look at durian, the so-called our national fruit lah. I don't give a shit about durian because I really hate it. But if you do, okay, nowadays durian has many choices. Okay, if you don't like D24, you can go for the red prawn. If you don't like red prawn, you can go for Musang King. If you don't like Musang King, then you can go for the black thorn. They call it the most expensive durian lah. Okay, during when I was a kid, okay, I don't eat durian, but when I was a kid, for as long as I can remember, there's only D24. Okay, D24 was like the most expensive durian when I was a kid. Okay, and then suddenly a few years later, when I was in my teenage years, suddenly they have this thing called Musang King. Okay, and then everybody started liking this thing. So you see, sometimes we will somehow discover a new breed of a certain fruits or food or whatever. Okay, you get what I'm trying to say? So not only they taste better, according to some people, they taste better. For me, okay, don't ask me. I don't really, even smelling durian makes me want to vomit already. So I'm a fake Malaysian. Okay, so not only that, they can also increase the quantity. What do I mean? Last time, okay, going back when I was a kid, durian season was only once per year. if I'm not mistaken, around May or June. That means if you miss that durian season, that's it. You have to wait for the next year. But today, durian season is like 3-4 times per year. Okay, because the farmers, they found ways to make them grow more durians every year. You see, this is technology. Okay, this is technology. Not only we are doing technology to our cell phones, okay, your phone and your technology gets better, food technology gets better as well. Okay, so you increase the quality and the quantity of national food production. Okay, so how do we do this? There are 6 technologies here that we use. Okay, number 1 is to use quality breed. Okay, number 2 is to use modern technology. Okay, number 3 is education for farmers. And number 4, research and development. Number 5, optimal use of land and water. And number 6, efficient land management. Okay, so by using these 6 ways, not only we can make our food better, we can make more food. Okay, so why are we so obsessed with making so much food? Okay, because you see, as time goes on, okay, how many humans do we have around the world? We have 8 billion. Okay, that means we have 8 billion mouths to feed. Okay, compared to 100 years back, 100 years back, human population was roughly around 1 to 2 billion. It's 4 times now. Okay, so if we don't use food technology, if we don't produce enough food, we are going to create a famine. Okay, we are going to create hunger. But now, okay, do you see hunger around? I don't know about other countries, but Malaysia, definitely not. Okay, definitely not. In fact, today, when we are talking about the whole world, okay, talking about the whole world, obesity rate is much higher than famine. Okay, there are more obese people in this world than people who have not enough food. That means there are plenty of food to go around, which is a good thing. You see, this food technology, it really works. Okay, it really works. Not to mention, we live a longer life, okay, because we get better food compared to your grandpa era. Okay, we get more fruits, more veggies, which has more vitamins and minerals. We can live a longer and better life, and we have more of it, okay, quantity. Okay, there's no need for you to fight with your neighbor for food. Yeah, so there's no such problem anymore. All right, so let's look at the first one. So what do? The most important thing, okay, this is the best technology, is the use of quality breed. Okay, penggunaan baka berkualiti. Okay, what is breed? Okay, breed is baka lah. Breed in Mandarin is called zong. Okay, zong that means the breed lah. Okay, like you see dogs dogs have many breeds, right? You have poodles, you have golden retriever, you have Labrador. Those are breeds lah. So same thing goes to crops and farming animals. Even you look at cows, okay, there are many breeds of cows. You have milk cow, okay, cows that are responsible for producing milk, and you have meat cows that don't produce milk, but they produce a lot of meat. Okay, and if you look at fruits, it's the same thing. Like I said just now, durian has many. Durian has D24, has Musang King, and it has the black thorn. Okay, who knows, few more years later, there will be another breed coming out. Okay, so that's the thing. So anyway, let's look at the point. Quality plant and livestock breeds are obtained through cloning. Okay, you know it's cloning, Okay, this is called pengklonan. Cloning means photostat lah. That means if I have a very good breed, okay, I want to keep the breed that way, I clone it lah. Okay, so this happens in plants like banana. Okay, all the bananas you eat today, okay, no matter where you get it from, all bananas are cloned. That means all the bananas you eat, they have the same exact DNA. They just clone the banana. Okay, because all the bananas, they are the best breed now. Okay, they want to keep it that way, so they just breed the banana. Same goes to carrot. Carrot, they do the same thing. All right, and of course, they do crossbreeding. What is crossbreeding? You take 2 breed, you cross them, you get a new breed. It's like dogs lah. When you cross, let's say, a husky and a golden retriever, you get a golden husky. Okay, whatever. So crossbreeding, and then of course genetic engineering. This is even much more canggih, much more high tech. What is genetic engineering? That means if I want my crop or my livestock to be a certain way, I take their DNA, I change it so that they become the characteristic I want. Okay, so this thing, next time we can use genetic engineering even on humans. Okay, you don't need to go for plastic surgery anymore. You can just change your gene to be a certain way. Who knows? Okay, this is like very, very future already. And what is mutagenesis technology? This is not your concern. Okay, you don't need to know. All right, so quality breed. Okay, what makes a quality breed? What makes a breed good? What makes us want to keep breeding that certain breed? All right, so of course, number one, high yield. Okay, hasil tinggi. That means compared to other breed, where maybe, okay, let's say durian species A, okay, durian breed A, they can produce fruit 4 times per year. Compared to breed B, they can only produce fruit once per year. So who's better? Of course, A is better lah. They can produce more yield. More yield means more money. Okay, more yield means more money. Hey, selling durian is a very lucrative business. Okay, you don't look at those farmer, those durian farmer, wow, dirty here like that. They are super rich, I tell you. Just by selling durian, if you have a small plantation of durian, let's say your dad leave behind a piece of land for you to plant durian, hey, easily every year, you can earn a few 100,000 from that. 100,000. Okay, better than you getting some degree, working in some office, being some employee. Plant durian, you see? So if your dad leave you behind some land, next time, maybe you can go and experiment with durian. You take certain breed, you breed. If happen to be, maybe you cross this breed and that breed, you create a breed that everybody likes. Okay, let's say you call this breed the red thorn, for example, okay. So you create this breed that everyone likes, you are going to make big money. Okay, because you can produce the thing that everybody wants, so everybody is going to get it from you. So who say farmers are poor? No, farmers are not poor. If you are not what you are doing, hey, you earn big bucks leh. Okay, so hey, I read this news like few years ago. I read this news few years ago. There was 5 university students. Okay, 5 university students. They finished their degree. Okay, they finished their degree, and they found out that going outside and work, okay, as a fresh graduate, they only earn like 2.5K to 3K. Okay, so these 5 friends, they think, why so stupid? We spend so much money, learning about, getting our degree. Why would I go outside and work for other people? So these 5 people, okay, funny enough, what they decided to start planting chili padi. Okay, chili padi. As in the chili padi you eat, the lajiu, okay, the small lajiao zai, okay. So they started planting chili padi, and they happen to create a breed that everybody likes. Okay, they created a breed that everyone likes, and a few months later, their business get better and better. They are earning 5-figure salary per month just by planting chili. You think go outside, you work at bank, got 5-figure? No, just by planting chili, they earn 5-figure. So next time, you don't look down on farmers, they are so dirty lah, they wear dirty clothes. Who knows, they drive a Mercedes behind. How you know? So next time, don't look down at farmers. They are richer than you think. So next time, go and be a farmer, okay? If there's no job around lah. So higher yields, okay? And then next, number 2, meat, milk, fruits of higher quality. Okay, you create, okay, let's say meat. Okay, I'm sure when you look at cows, anyone eat beef here? Okay, I don't eat beef because I pray to Guan Yin Ma one, okay, so I don't eat beef. Okay, if you look at beef, who creates the best beef? It's the Japanese. Okay, if you look at Japan, okay, if you eat steak lah, if you eat beef lah, so if you go to Japan, there is the most expensive beef over there. We call it Wagyu. Heard of it? Okay, in Mandarin it's called 和牛, okay, Wagyu beef. When you see Wagyu, and then there are grades, okay, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. A5 is the best quality. Okay, so if you look at those A5 Wagyu, wow, this thing can easily cost you like 300-400 ringgit per small piece like this. Okay, you look at this. How do they classify this as a good beef? They look at the marbling. You know, as marbling, you see those white color spots on it, those are the fats. Okay, so what classify as a A5 beef? You look at the marbling. Okay, so you see the fully red one is the chiplak one, and then more marbling means more fats. Okay, it makes the beef taste better. So A5 is the most expensive one. Stupid expensive, I tell you. Okay, you go to any Japanese restaurant, you will know. One small piece like this are easily 300-400 ringgit. Okay, that's your Wagyu. Okay, so you might say, sir, how can the Japanese create this? How can other country not create this? This is their recipe, their secret recipe to make this cow. Nobody can copy them. That's why Wagyu, only the Japanese have them. New Zealand, they tried to copy this thing. Other countries, they tried to copy. No, Wagyu is Wagyu. Okay, and out of these Wagyu, okay, many grades, right? The highest Wagyu is gonna be Kobe. Okay, Kobe. You know, there's a prefecture, there's a place in Japan called Kobe. Okay, Kobe. This Kobe beef is one of the most expensive beef in the world. Okay, in the world. So that's your Kobe beef. Hey, one piece easily 1,000, 2,000 ringgit. Would you spend that much on a beef? But Japanese, they do. Okay, so this is your Kobe beef. Okay, so according to rumors, okay, I don't know whether this is true. They even these breeders, these farmers, how do they make such good meat? They even let their cows listen to classical music. Okay, they let their cows listen to classical music so that they can produce good. I don't know whether this is true or not. It sounds bullshit to me, but hey, this is their recipe. Okay, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. So this is what I meant by meat of higher quality. If you are a Kobe beef breeder in Japan, okay, yes, you might look very dirty or a farmer. Do you think you are poor? No. One cow you can sell more than a car. Okay, one cow you can sell like 200,000-300,000. A cow, you know, maybe your farm has like 20. How are you poor, you tell me? So working at office, that's the poor job. Farmers, they are not poor at all. Okay, so meat, milk, and fruits of higher quality. Okay, that's your quality breed. And of course, easy and low cost maintenance. Some breed, you don't really need to care about them. Okay, they are easily maintained. You just give them any food, they will grow. Okay, and of course, high resistance to disease, pests, and extreme weather. Certain breeds are like certain fruits why are they so good? Because even strong wind, flood, no water, they can still survive. Okay, they can still survive. So that's the good thing. And you want your crops, okay, you want your plants to not be scared of pests. Okay, because if you have a farm, the thing that you're most scared of is gonna be pests. Okay, what if you have a strawberry farm? Your strawberry farm is full of caterpillar, then you are going to lose a lot of money. Okay, what if you have a breed of strawberry that the caterpillar, they don't eat this strawberry? Okay, so your strawberry is gonna stay fresh and you're gonna sell a lot of it. So that's a good quality breed. Okay, you don't have to put pesticide, no, nothing. The caterpillar will just avoid your strawberry. Okay, who knows? All right, and of course it grows and mature rapidly, okay, compared to maybe other cows. Maybe your cow mature in 3 months, other cows, they mature in 6 months. You're saving half the time, so you're earning twice the money. Okay, so these are quality breeds. Okay, these are quality breeds. Okay, this is why, okay, when you go to market next time, okay, you go to market next time, whatever lah, okay, village grocer or whatever grocer, NSK or whatever, you look at apples. Okay, you look at apples. Even apples itself, there's like 6 species of it. Okay, 6 breeds of it. You have the Fuji apple, you have rose apple, you have the South African apple, you have the American, I don't know what is it called, apple. So you see, these are quality breeds. Why they sell these 6? Not 6, I don't know. Okay, so why do they sell these apples? Because they're quality breed. Okay, they are sweet, they are crunchy, they can grow very well, they can tahan pests. Okay, they are easy to grow. So this makes farmers want to plant them. Okay, so there's a reason why they are so common. All right, so examples. Okay, let's look at example. Okay, this example is the most common one. Okay, so you will see this thing in your exam a lot, which is your Ternera oil palm. Okay, we will go into this in a few chapter. Okay, next few chapter, we'll talk about this Ternera oil palm. If you want, you can highlight this. Okay, so what is a Ternera oil palm? Okay, oil palm is kelapa sawit. Okay, kelapa sawit. Malaysia and Indonesia, we are responsible for 80% of kelapa sawit in the whole world. Okay, that means in the whole world, 80% of kelapa sawit comes from either Malaysia or Indonesia. So this is why Malaysia and Indonesia, we plant so much of this because it's very lucrative. We earn a lot of money from this. Okay, so if your dad has a plantation of this oil palm, trust me lah, you don't need to study already. You just sit there, okay, you just maintain that farm, sell your oil palm, you easily can earn 5 figures per month, okay, because this thing will never be out of demand, okay, because this oil palm, okay, this oil palm is very useful, okay, why? Because it produces the cheapest and the best oil. Okay, I'm sure the cooking oil at your home, if you don't use the fancy sunflower one, you use our Chinese normal cooking oil, they are most likely made from oil palm. Okay, they are made from oil palm. It's minyak sawit, okay, 油棕油, okay, because it's the cheapest. Whatever, okay, whenever you need oil and you need cheap and good oil, it's gonna be palm oil. You go to McDonald's, you go to KFC, what oil do they use to fry their chicken and to fry their French fries? Palm oil. Okay, if you are a palm oil plantation, if McDonald's, they buy palm oil from you, you are earning big bucks leh. Okay, not only frying like McDonald's, even cosmetic, like your BB cream, like your foundation, like your moisturizer, they even put palm oil inside. Your lipstick has palm oil. Okay, soap has palm oil. Your sabun has palm oil. Your lubricating oil has palm oil. Okay, what else? Your candles have palm oil. Okay, many things. Even you see palm oil, you can use this as a biodiesel. That means lorries, they can put palm oil and use it as a fuel. So if you have this, you are earning big money. Okay, why do you think Genting earns so much money? Because they have palm oil plantation, right? Okay, the biggest oil palm plantation in Malaysia is IOI. You know IOI? You know the IOI Mall? Okay, they are the biggest plantation in Malaysia. IOI plantation. Okay, they are responsible for many palm oil. Okay, so this is the Tenera one. So out of so many breed of palm oil, why do they plant this Tenera? Because Tenera, it produces the best oil. Okay, they have higher yield. Okay, they have larger kernel. Kernel is this outside orange color part. They have thicker pulp. Okay, they have thinner shell. They have high oil content. Okay, maybe compared to other species, this produces 20% more oil. 20% is much more leh. That means from other palm oil, you earn 1 million ringgit. This one, you are earning 1.2 million ringgit. You are earning 200,000 more, 20% more oil. Okay, so this is the good thing. This is the quality breed we are talking about, you see? Higher yield. Okay, it gives you more. Okay, you use the same fertilizer, you plant them the same way. This thing is going to give you more. Okay, it's just the nature of it. So this is what we call quality breed. Okay, even dogs, we do the same thing lah. You see, whenever you see rich people when they buy dogs, please don't buy dogs, by the way, it's very inhumane. Okay, please go and adopt. But some people, when they want high, good quality breed, do you think they will just go out and adopt those kampong dog? No, they will always want the highest breed. They want husky, they want golden retriever, they want border collie, they want Rottweiler, they want German shepherd, they want poodle, they want those champion breed. So I mean it's very inhumane lah, but okay, but why do they want these breed? Because they look pretty. Okay, you look at good husky breed and bad husky breed. The good husky breed, they produce very good fur. Okay, but for me, dogs are the same lah. Okay, anyway, so of course you have your bintang mas star fruit. Okay, this one you don't really need to know. Okay, I mean who eats star fruit nowadays? And then of course you have your exotica papaya. If you buy those papaya from your whatever grocer, if the papaya happens to be more expensive, and according to the auntie there, wow, you buy this is very sweet. If that's the very sweet one, most likely it's gonna be the exotica. Okay, and of course, Mafriwa cow, like I said, is a hybrid dairy cow. It produces a lot of milk. Okay, and they can adapt to tropical areas. You see, cows they don't like hot weather. That's why most cows, they live in New Zealand and Australia, because they need the cold weather to produce milk. But somehow we managed to breed them so that they can survive in tropical areas and they can produce a lot of milk. You see, this is breeding, okay, crossbreeding. And of course, this Aka Putra chicken, whatever hybrid chicken that grows rapidly, has the same meat texture as kampung chicken. Kampung chicken is your mom's favorite, isn't it? Okay, when she's making soup, she say, oh, cannot use pasar chicken, must use kampung chicken, because kampung chicken has more flavor, it's more healthy, has less fats. You can use the Akar Putra chicken. So you see, these are just a few examples of quality breed. Okay, so humans are amazing. After years and years of experiment, we managed to come up with all these breeds. Okay, awesome, isn't it? Who knows, next time you go and do your own experiment, you can make your own breed. Like I said, you earn big money from it. Okay, so that's the first one, use of quality breed. Okay, let's look at the next one, the use of modern technology. Okay, so as a farmer, as a modern farmer, if you want to earn big money, you cannot use manual labor anymore. You have to use modern technology. So what do I mean? So for example, if you are making rice, you need machines, okay, grinding machine, okay, mesin kisaran, okay. Sorry, by the way, this one in BM is technology modern. Okay, and of course you use machinery like tractor, bulldozer. Okay, have you seen how they harvest corn? You know, jagung. They don't harvest by using hands anymore. They have a big machine just roll around. Okay, they can harvest the corn like, I don't know, in a whole piece of field, maybe in a few hours. Okay, rather than taking few days using hand to harvest. See, machinery. And of course, cloning. This one I talked about this already. Okay, you copy another plant out. Okay, are using drone. You see nowadays when they spray pesticide, okay, if your vegetable has a lot of pests, they don't even use, last time they used plane to spray the pesticide. Now you just use drone. Yeah, I'm sure you know what's a drone, right? Okay, this thing is cheap, okay, and it's effective. All right, so one more thing is called biotechnology. This is biotechnology. Cloning is part of biotechnology. So such as embryo transfer, clone. See, cloning is biotechnology. Genetic engineering, okay, to increase quality and quantity of food. Okay, I have friends who studied this in university. Okay, biotechnology has a lot of use. Okay, maybe you can work in the food industry. Okay, how do you produce better breed? Okay, for example, if you work for Nestle, okay, if you work for Nestle, they want better chocolate. Okay, they want better cocoa powder. So how do you make your cocoa plant produce better powder? That's your job. Okay, as a biotechnologist, you know what temperature you should give it. Okay, how much water to give it to produce better fruits. Okay, better cocoa fruit so that your chocolate powder tastes better. Okay, so these are all technologies. Okay, technologies. Right, so modern technology. Okay, so number 3, education and guidance for farmers. Okay, you teach farmers how to plant something. You teach farmers how to, increase their production. So various agencies and institutions provide education and guidance to farmers to increase their knowledge and skills in the agricultural field. This is Pendidikan, sorry. Okay, Pendidikan. So all these agencies, I'm sure last time when you learned geography, you have seen them before. Who remembers geography, isn't it? Okay, but anyway, you have your MARDI. MARDI is the main one for agricultural research and development. That means anything to do with plantation, you can ask MARDI for help. Okay, so MARDI will give education for farmers to teach them how to plant something. Okay, if your durian doesn't grow very well, okay, you are wondering why. You don't know whether something is wrong with the soil or something wrong with your fertilizer. You put too much or too little. Maybe it's the weather problem. These things you have to go and ask MARDI. Okay, so they will help you. And of course, MPOB, this is our Malaysia Palm Oil Board. Okay, so anything related to palm oil, you have to you refer to them. Okay, but here's the thing, okay, I hate to say it, but in Malaysia, these agencies, they are kind of biased. Okay, what do I mean? If you are a certain race, okay, if you're a Bumi Putra, they will in fact give you more assistance. Okay, if you're a Chinese, okay, if you're a Chinese, you want to be a farmer, you ask these bodies for help, most likely they won't do anything. Okay, I hate to say it, but that's the truth. Okay, even there's a agency called FELDA. Okay, you know what's FELDA? FELDA is when you need a piece of land. Let's say you're a farmer. You want to start being a farmer, you need a piece of land. Okay, so where do you rent that land from? You can ask from FELDA. Okay, but if you are Bumi Putra, okay, you can, when you ask FELDA for a piece of land, no problem, they will give it to you. Okay, they will not to give it to you, they will lend it to you. But as a Chinese, okay, if you want any piece of land from Felda, chances are they won't give it to you. Okay, Malaysia is a very racially selective country. Okay, don't blame. That's the way it is. All right, so education for guidance for farmers number 3. And next, number 4, research and development. This is called penyelidikan dan pembangunan. Okay, that means we are constantly trying to make new breed. You see, this is by research and development. How do we make something even better, to make this quality even better, to make this food even more? So research and development to increase food quality and quantity of food production is continuously conducted worldwide to overcome global food shortage. Okay, as humans keep increasing, okay, there are more and more humans around this world, the more and more we need research and development, just in case one day there's not enough food. Okay, so next, number 5, optimal use of land and water resources. Okay, penggunaan, let me translate first. Penggunaan tanah dan air yang optimum. Okay, that means how do we use land and water in a smart way? Okay, so that because you see land is limited. Okay, so how do we use that to best produce the most plant, the most crop? So what do? Okay, develop idle land into land suitable for agricultural or livestock activity. What is idle land? Idle land means tanah yang terbiar lah. Okay, idle means terbiar. That means those land that is not used for anything. We can reclaim the land, okay, put fertilizer, and we can make it into a agricultural area. Okay, so fertilized barren land, barren means tandus lah. That means if your land is very not fertilized, okay, you plant whatever, the thing also die, then you put fertilizer lor. Okay, develop abandoned mining pools into areas suitable for freshwater aquacultural activity. Now, what is aquaculture? Aquaculture is the same as agriculture. It's just that aquaculture is in water. Okay, so you farm for fish. Let's say you farm for salmon. You're a salmon farm, so you have salmon around lor. Okay, so that's aquaculture. So you see, mining pools, they are like your okay, you know what is mining, right? When you go for pelombongan, like last time when the British came here, they lombong for what? They lombong for our biji timah. If you still remember your sejarah. Okay, so they come and lombong for our biji timah. So after you mine all the biji timah in that area, you are gonna be left with a pool there. Okay, a useless pool. So why not you change the pool into something useful? Okay, you make the land of good use. So the example here is your Sunway. Okay, you know Sunway Pyramid? You know Sunway Pyramid? That area used to be a mining pool. Okay, so Sunway bought that piece of land. Okay, they don't use it for agriculture, but they bought that piece of land, they get rid of the water, they fill it with soil, and they built a freaking shopping mall on it. Awesome. Okay, that place used to be an abandoned mining pool. So there are more and more mining pools being, reclaimed as we speak. Okay, last time in Ipoh and Taiping, because these two places, they are very famous for biji timah. So nowadays, you don't really see mining pools there anymore because they are all being reclaimed and turned into something that earns money. Okay, because it's money, you just leave it there, what's the use? Okay, so develop abandoned mining pool. Next, develop marshland. Marshland is your swamp area, your kawasan Paya Bakau. Okay, so marshland that is easily flooded by seawater into areas suitable for marine. You see, again, aquaculture. Okay, you can have your salmon there. Okay, so build dams and canals, okay, membina empangan for agricultural or livestock land that experience water shortage. Okay, if you have not enough water, if your land is very dry, maybe you can make some watering system. All right, so if all these, if we don't have a piece of land, okay, let's say you are Singapore. Let's say you are Singapore. Singapore is not like us. We have many land, okay, we have many pieces of land. But for Singapore, what they don't have is land. So how do they do agriculture? That means Singapore don't do agriculture, man. Singapore, they still do agriculture. It's just that it's very small scale. And how do they do it? They use something called aeroponic. Please highlight this. And your hydroponics. Next time, if you're staying in a condo, if you're staying in an apartment or condo and you really like planting something, this is what you can do. Okay, aeroponics and hydroponics. This is how Singapore, they produce their own veggie. Yeah, many of their veggie is imported, but they do produce their own. So for Singaporeans, how do they make their own veggie? By using aeroponics. Okay, what is aero? Aero means air. That means you suspend your, you put your plant in mid-air, and then there's a spray here that sprays. What do they spray? This is the nutrient water. So they spray the nutrient water onto the root, so they can grow better lah. Okay, and hydroponic, hydro means water. This one is, okay, as the name says, water means they submerge the whole thing in water lor. Okay, what makes these two methods good? They are very space saving. You can put them anywhere. You don't need a piece of land. Okay, you can just do it in your condo. You put it at your balcony. This thing will just grow. So in Singapore, this is how they do it. Okay, instead of one piece of land planting veggies they want, they can do this and they can stack it on top of each other. Maybe 4 levels of veggie they can plant like this. You see, this is efficient use. Okay, one small piece of land, they can plant many veggies in many stories. Okay, this is how Singapore do it. You see, hey, Singapore, their natural resources, it's so little, they even have to buy water from us. Do you know this? Because Singapore is so small, their water treatment plant, like our Indah Water is to clean our water. In Singapore, there are so many people and their space is so small, they can't even build that big of a water treatment plant. They even have to buy water from us. Okay, so but they don't have any water shortage. You see, that's the shame. In Selangor, last year, I'm sure you noticed this. We have like 5 or 6 water shortage. Okay, time to time we say, oh, today we'll cut water. Last until tomorrow. Bloody hell, hey, we are Malaysia. We have so much water. We have to cut water. Singapore, not even once in 1 year. Okay, they are such a small country, they don't even have enough water, they don't even cut water. Okay, this is called efficient management. They know how to recycle their water, they know how to redistribute their water, they know how to fix their water pipe so that it doesn't leak, so that they can provide water to everyone. And not to mention, they have very strict laws in preventing people from polluting water so that there's no water shortage. Okay, so this is why we can learn a thing or two from Singapore. Okay, not to say I don't like Malaysia lah. I love Malaysia, but Singapore, no doubt, they do everything better than us. Okay, even you see plantation, they got no land. Okay, they can still do aeroponic and hydroponic. Okay, so good for them. Anyway, number 6, efficient land management. Okay, so this is almost the same as up there just now. So what is efficient land management? Okay, this is to maintain your land fertility so that your land stays fertile. Okay, you don't need to use that much fertilizer. Increase quality and quantity of crop yield. So how can you do this? You can do crop rotation. What is crop rotation? I'm sure you learned this in geography before. You plant peanut on one piece of land and then you plant whatever veggie you want and you rotate them. Okay, after a few years. Why rotate? Because peanuts, they will return, not just peanuts, maybe soybean is the same thing. Okay, anything bean or nuts. So because they will return nutrient to the soil. We learned this in nitrogen cycle, remember? Okay, we learned this in nitrogen cycle. See, all these legume plants, basically, they will return nitrate to the soil. So you plant some legume plants to return nutrient to the soil, and then here, another piece of land, you plant your veggie. And then after the veggie has, that piece has no more nutrient, you rotate lah. Okay, you just keep rotating, you keep both pieces of land fertile. Okay, in that sense, in that way, you don't need to use that much fertilizer. Okay, so you, in terms to save money. Okay, so of course, mixed planting, okay, terrace planting, you don't see this in Malaysia. Terrace planting is mostly in very mountainous region, like certain parts of China. Okay, like in China, you go to like Yunnan. Okay, Yunnan is a very mountainous area. So how do they plant rice over there? They do this. Okay, they will do terrace, so that they can plant their rice here. Even in Indonesia, I think they do the same thing. Okay, because Indonesia is a very volcano active country. So they have a lot of mountains. So you can't be planting your plants like that all along the slope, okay, because it's not stable. So they just make it into a terrace and then just plant whatever they want. Okay, see, this is efficient land management. All right, so 6 points here. Okay, are they going to come out in the exam? Not really. Okay, even if they come out, I've seen them come out once in essay. Okay, they ask you what are the 2 methods of food production technology. Okay, quality breed, modern technology. Okay, you write 2 points. Okay, that's 4 marks there. So this part, I'm not saying that you don't study, but it's not really important. Okay. Anyway, let's look at some of this pesticide and biological control, which is the last part of this chapter. So what is pesticide and biological control? Okay, if your farm, okay, if your let's say you have a durian farm, if your durian farm has pests, okay, pests is a very big problem. Okay, pest is we call it perosak. Okay, perosak, like serangga perosak. Your for example, rats. You see, rats is a pest. You don't want rats in your farm. That's a bad thing. Okay, they will eat whatever they can. Okay, rats they are very hard to get rid of. Okay, because when they give birth, it's gonna be 10 rats, 20 rats, 30 rats. They will just give birth in a very quick way. So same thing goes to grasshopper and snail. You don't want these 3 in your farm. So how do we get rid of all these pests? You have 2 methods. Either you can use pesticide or you can use biological control. All right, so you are going to learn what is best for each. So pesticide, why use pesticide? Because pesticide, they are easy to use. Okay, they are easy to use, very fast. You want to kill rats, you just put rat poison. Next day or the day after that, you will see dead rats already. Very quick, no delay. Okay, but there are side effects. Okay, so what are the side effects? It pollutes the environment. Okay, it increases pesticide resistance. What is pesticide resistance? That means if you use enough rat poison, someday the rats will be immune to the poison. They are not scared of the poison. That time you GG. So you have to use stronger poison. Okay, so not only that, you kill earthworms and useful microorganisms in the soil, which is, if you go back to our nitrogen cycle, okay, we have all these bacteria living in your soil. When you put rat poison, you are going to kill all of these. You will disrupt the whole nitrogen cycle, which is a bad thing. Okay, which is a bad thing. And of course, it contaminate the land and crop yield. Okay, as I say. So this is why your mama, when she buy veggie, I don't know whether your mom does this. If she buys veggie, she will look for the veggie, the leaf which has a lot of holes. Okay, if there's a lot of holes, means there are pests on it. There are like worms on it. That means it's a good thing. The worms, they don't die. That means there's less pesticide. So if the veggie looks perfect, no holes on it, that means it's not a good thing. That means they spray a lot of pesticide. Okay, so if you don't want to use pesticide, okay, you can use biological control. Okay, if your veggie is the organic one, then you can use biological control. So biological control is by either using prey predator, you use predator to eat your prey, which is the pest, or you can use parasitism. You have a certain parasite to kill your pest. Okay, so the advantage and the disadvantage is the reverse of your pesticide. Just now I said, what's the good thing about pesticide? Okay, they are fast, easy to use. Whereas for biological control, what's the disadvantage? That's the same thing. They are very slow. Takes a long time. So when you look at the side effect of pesticide, it's the same as the advantage of biological control. What's bad about pesticide? It pollutes the environment. What's the good thing about biological control? They don't pollute the environment. They are environmental friendly. Okay, good for the environment. They do not harm other organisms. They do not cause resistance. Okay, crop pests to become resistant. Then they are cheap. Okay, they are cheap. Like if you have owls in your plantation, you don't need to do anything. They will just eat the rats themselves. Okay, basically maintenance free. It's not like pesticide. Pesticide you have to keep buying and keep spraying. All right, so disadvantage, again, take longer time, difficult to predict the results. Sometimes your biological control might not even work. Okay, if you use the wrong breed of a predator, they might not even eat your rats. Okay, they will cause even more problem. Okay, so needs more detailed and effective planning and management. If you use the wrong one, it's going to disrupt the balance of ecosystem if populations of predator species or parasite become uncontrollable. Okay, what does it mean? That means let's say your farm has rats, okay, your oil palm plantation has rats. So you think it's a great idea, you put snakes there. Okay, you put snakes there. And it just happened that your snake, they come out during daytime. Okay, daytime. So you forgot already. The snake will come out during daytime, whereas rats, they come out during nighttime. So they cannot even meet. Okay, so when your snake come out during daytime, they have nothing to eat. So what they do, they have no rats to eat. What? They will go and catch other species. They will go and eat squirrels lah, other species of rabbits lah. You see, not only you won't kill the rats, you catch out other species as well. So you disrupt the whole ecosystem. Okay, so that's why if you ask me which is better, I would say both are equally good. It just depends on how you use it. Okay, so biological control, it sounds very attractive. It sounds better than pesticide, but sometimes if you do it the wrong way, it will cause even more harm than good. Might as well you just use pesticide in the first place. All right, so this is your biological control. Like you see the issue, the use of mongoose to control population of rats. Mongoose is this thing that kind of looks like fox. Okay, so they try to use this to control rats in sugarcane plantation on the island of Hawaii. It failed. See, this is what I said just now. The mongoose is active during daytime, while the rat is active at night. Okay, so this resulted in the mongoose feeding on birds and turtle eggs. So not only they won't kill the rats, they go and catch out other good species, which is a bad thing. Okay, so you don't simply just use biological control. Nature, they are the way they are for a reason. Okay, you don't simply go and catch out them. Okay, so that's it for our 2.4. Yes, I know it's a very boring lesson today. It's more like a K-part lesson today. Okay, next week's lesson is going to be more interesting. Okay, next week is going to be your food production technology. Okay, this is where you learn about how you preserve your food. Okay, what's cooking, what's fermentation, what's dehydration, what's pasteurization. This one, you use it in your milk. Okay, we'll talk about it next week. Okay, so let's go to our exercise. We have like around 10 minutes more. Okay, let's go to exercise. Let's go to question 11. All right, question 11. So A, state 4 characteristics of quality breed. Okay, what makes a breed good? Okay, like I said, number 1, it has high yield. Okay, hasil tinggi. It gives you a lot. It has meat. Okay, meat of high quality. Okay, if you don't want to say meat, you can just say high quality lah. Okay, berkualiti tinggi. Okay, easy to maintain. Okay, senang or mudah dijaga. It is resistant to pests. Okay, tahan perosak. So there are 6 there. You just choose any 4. Okay, common sense lah. What makes your durian better than other durian? Okay, it makes more. Okay, it tastes better, higher quality. It is easy to maintain. You don't need to put that much fertilizer. It is resistant to pests. Okay, maybe your durian, no pests would eat it. Okay, which is a good thing. All right, so there are 2 others. Okay, if you look back at our notes here, there are 6 in fact. Oh, sorry, 5 are there. Grow and matures rapidly. Okay, tumbuh dengan laju. So B, how are quality breeds obtained using modern technology? How do you get modern technology? Like how do you get quality breed? Okay, you can either use cloning. Okay, pengklonan. You can use crossbreeding. Okay, I don't know what's crossbreeding called in BM though. Okay, something berkacau. Okay, cross is berkacau lah. Okay, pembiakan berkacau, I guess. Okay, crossbreeding lah. I'm sure you learn in Form 1 when you do cross pollination. Remember what is that? When your plant they cross among themselves, it's called self pollination. Pendebungaan sendiri. Okay, and you have pendebungaan kacau, which is that cross pollination. Okay, it produces a better fruit. Okay, so when it comes to fruit, who produces the best fruit? I have to say the Japanese again. Have you seen their fruit? Have you seen Japanese fruit? Okay, if you go to those Japanese store, like those Isetan, like those, where else? You go to Lot 10 down there, there's the Isetan Japanese store. Have you seen their fruit? Goodness me, the grapes are like this big. Okay, it's called the Jifeng Putao, something grape. Okay, I don't know what is it called in English, but the thing is super expensive. One bunch of grape, if you buy normal grape, that's like what, 30, 40 ringgit. But that bunch of Japanese grape is like what, 300, 400 ringgit. Okay, but according to them, it's very sweet, okay, and very juicy. Okay, and don't even get me started on the rock melon. Okay, do you know Japanese, they really like the rock melon? One melon, okay, you know those with the lines outside there, one melon can cost you like what, 800 ringgit. Okay, not even joking, Japanese, they produce the best and the most expensive fruit. Okay, why do they do this? Because you see, it is a Japanese culture to give someone I respect fruits. Okay, that means if I were to go to my boss house today, okay, let's say Chinese New Year, I go to my boss house today, what do I bring usually? I would bring fruits. Okay, because in Japan, giving fruit is a very big sign of respect. Okay, they don't give other fancy stuff. No, fruit is all they give. Okay, so if a Japanese guest, they give you fruit, it is an honor. Okay, and they don't save money on buying fruit. So all these expensive fruit, they don't just buy it and eat it themselves. They buy it and they give it to others. Okay, so C, give 2 reasons why efficient land management is important to improve food production. Okay, give 2 reasons why. Okay, this is a K-bar question. Like I said, this part is mostly K-bar. You have to think yourself. So why is efficient land management so important? So that you can say you can plant more crops. Okay, tumbuh lebih banyak tumbuhan. Okay, you can even say you will use less fertilizer or pesticide. Okay, menggunakan baja atau racun perosak yang lebih kurang. Okay, that means if you do crop rotation, efficient land management, you don't need to use so much fertilizer. Okay, because if you do that rotation, okay, I use maybe half the fertilizer. So that's land management, efficient land management. These two, you don't find answers in the notes. It's K-bar question. Okay, something that you need to think. So D, suggest 2 farming methods that can prevent soil erosion and the loss of soil nutrient. So how do you stop soil nutrient, loss of soil nutrient? Like I said, crop rotation. Okay, penanaman bergilir. Okay, how do you prevent soil erosion? Prevent soil erosion. How do I stop soil erosion? Okay, you can say use less pesticide law. Okay, gunakan lebih kurang racun perosak. Okay, what has something to do with this? If you use less pesticide, you're not going to kill the earthworm and the bacteria inside your soil. So they can continue to convert nitrogen into nitrate. So your soil will stay fertile. Okay, so like I said, very K-bar question. So E, name the agency which promote marketing of our country's crop yield. Okay, that's going to be your MARDI. Okay, your MARDI. Okay, this is not coming out an exam. I'm just letting you know. Okay, but hey, it's good to know. So next, figure 7 shows ways of getting quality breed. Okay, remember I told you the Tenera just now? Okay, you look at the Tenera, they are a cross between Piscifera and Dura. Okay, Piscifera and Dura. Okay, if you look at Piscifera, the outside layer, which is the mesocarp, okay, the outside layer is called mesocarp. Can you see it has it is very thick, okay, but the inside kernel is very thin, very small. Okay, so which is better? You see, this orange outer layer, they will give you low quality oil. And then the inside kernel, they will give you high quality oil. Don't worry, you will learn this in like 2 chapters later. But if you look at Dura, it's the reverse. Dura, they have very thin mesocarp. The outside layer is very thin. The inside layer is very thick. But it has one disadvantage. The shell is very thick. This shell is rubbish. You cannot get any oil from it. So when you cross them together, when you get the Tenera, you get the best of both worlds. Not only they have very thick mesocarp, okay, the outside layer is very thick, you get a lot of low quality oil, and the inside layer, which is the large kernel, now you get a lot of high quality oil, and the shell is also very thin. You see, you get the advantage from both sides. This is why you do cross breeding. So who knows? Maybe you breed one jagung and another jagung. Maybe these jagung, they are not delicious, they are not sweet, but they can tahan dry weather. And then there's another jagung, which is very sweet, very delicious, but they cannot tahan hot weather. So when you cross them, maybe you have a chance to get advantage from both sides. They can very tahan weather, tahan dry weather, and they're very sweet, they're very delicious. So this is why we do crossbreeding. So F, name the process of getting Tenera. This is called crossbreeding. Okay, pembiakan berkacuk, I think. Okay, I'm just guessing lah. I know it's berkacuk. I don't know whether is it pembiakan or not. So two good qualities of Tenera. Okay, they have thick mesocarp. Okay, mesocarp yang tebal. Okay, and then they have large kernel. Okay, isirung. Kernel is called isirung. Isirung yang tebal. We'll learn about oil palm in the next. If I'm not mistaken, it's chapter 6. So if you don't understand this, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, we will learn that soon. Okay, so you know what? I think I'm gonna stop here today. As I said, you see, there's only one question here. The next is biological control already. Okay, not really much here. So we will continue with food processing next week lah. Okay, so thanks for coming, guys. I hope you learned something new. Okay, if it's very boring, I'm sorry, but this is something that we learned today. Okay, so I'll see you next week lah. So do take care of yourself. Okay, I'll see you next week. Have a good Wednesday. Okay, bye bye.